Hi people, my name is Sacco. They call me the Compare Sense of Humor. It's another segment of Time Out with Sacco. And today I'll be sharing with you how to anchor a worship concert. Now there's a difference between a worship concert and a praise concert. A praise concert, but that's a worship concert where I'm going to share with you some mistakes that I did when I started as a comedian. So my emphasis as a comedian, even as a master of ceremonies. You know, as a comedian, you could get to a concert and crack joke, but worship is not something you should crack joke about. It's a time of consecration. When I started a few years ago, I hosted a worship concert in Unilag Auditorium. And in between the worship, I began to crack joke. This is people that a worship minister will come and then we'll worship God. And then because I'm trying to buy time for the other person, I started cracking joke. And I realized that one pastor, I don't know if I should mention his name, told the organizers not to allow me introducing. At first I was angry, but as I grew older, I understood what that meant, because cracking a joke to get into worship was going to spoil the flow. People were already in the place of worship. You know, in Africa, in Nigeria, that worship session is not something you should play at all with. And I want to share with you from my mistakes, so you don't do the same thing. As a comedian, when you're about to anchor a worship concert or a worship event, it's important that you need to be more sensitive than ever. More sensitive than ever. It's either you begin to look for Bible verses. You must look for Bible verses that talk about worship. The Bible says they that worship God will worship Him in spirit and in truth. I think that's found in the book of John, where you begin to prepare them for worship. It's not a time for you to begin to crack joke. At the beginning, yes, before the event starts, you begin to make them feel warm and let them know that this is a time, the next 3 hours, we'll be worshiping, we have the likes of Dunsi Oyeko, we have the likes of Pastor Nathan Abasi, we have the likes of Sumi Sola. You mention their names. And this is worship. It's important that you flow with the program. When I say flow, I mean flow. Even when there's an opening. I remember hosting an event a few weeks ago for the man called Pastor Tosin Alao. And Neon, the guy that says, Ezebube, see how far you brought me. And Neon finished ministering, and that's while he was finished ministering, there was a space, because while his sound guys are moving, the other person that was going to take it was, I think it was another worship minister. What I did was I took on that same key, because I sing. I used to be in the choir. On that same key, I took a song by a man called Chris Morgan. I said, daily as I live, often as I breathe, let my own, and I took that song till, remember, I did not kill the sound. I didn't kill the sound from Minister Neon. I moved on from taking the worship to singing a song, put people in that act of worship. And I sang that song for 5 minutes till the sound was ready. I promise you, I didn't intend to stop until the sound was ready. And thank God it didn't take long. Somebody will ask, what if it takes long? At that period, you can take 1 or 2, sustain it for another 10 minutes. If the sound is not done, let them know that the sound will soon be on. Or get another worship person, somebody that can just be on the spot while they are worshiping. Get somebody to lead them in worship. They can worship God without the sound. We can worship God without instrument. Let them, because that period is a peak period where you don't play. I've been wanting to teach somebody about it. But first, you need to dress well. It's a worship event. If you're a lady, dress well. Dress well, be in charge, get there in good time. Get there in good time. Get all the list of the people coming to minister. Know how many minutes they have. Ask if they have a timer, because also when people are lost in worship, they lost time of, they lost the space of time. So it's important that you know how long. Before they get on stage, I say, by the mercy of God, as you get on stage, you'll be ministering for 20 minutes. Your job is to be there. When it's few minutes to that 20 minutes running off, begin to get on stage and be on standby. So that as they're there, get the other person ready. It's important. As I talk about it now, it's a lot of work, but make sure you are in charge. When I say in charge, I mean in charge of the processes of the event. Don't begin to put out expensive joke. It's not a time to begin to put out a joke for one man guess what? I still cracked joke that day. But also, there was a time for it, because as it became, bigger, the likes of Sabuchi took us to reggae, so he made the atmosphere more ease. So I was able to do something. And it's not that I was cracking a joke, I was only introducing BJ Sax. BJ Sax is my friend, my covenant brother. So while I was introducing him, while he was getting set, I've known him for over 10 years and thought about the university he went to. I also thought about the university I went to. And that's how I was able to just bring a little humor. And after that, it was back-to-back worship. We had the likes of CCC, the Celestial Choir, and thus in the audience, I saw my classmates in secondary school. And I was saying, I had to speak to the mic. I said, people were my classmates. At that period, while they were getting set, because they had about 50 to 60 of them. So while they were getting set, I was just celebrating them, letting them know that I went to one of the best secondary school in Lagos. It's a public school, but it's in a private area, so it's in an estate. So I call it public-private school. And then I was excited to see my classmates with the choir. That was it. It's a time of consecration that even as master of ceremony, you don't take that period for granted. It's also a time for you to worship God. Don't take it for granted. Worship God, because you don't know what you're going to enjoy from worshiping God, as a master of ceremony. As you worship God, don't forget that that's the reason why you are there. You've come to worship God, but you've also come towards the event. All right? I thought I should just put that out there. But it's easy. Let me put it back. Let me quickly put this right now. Every time you're hosting an event, most times, 80 to 90% of the time, you'll feel tensed. You'll feel scared. But if you've prepared, getting the profile of the people hosting the event, it's important. It will make you relax because you have something. Some people have something and they don't know how to use it. So get ready to have the profile of the people you're coming to introduce and get set. Get there in good time. When you get there in good time, get on that stage that you want to minister and move around. Be in charge. I think this is going to be the shortest so far. And also, if you've not gotten a copy of my book, in case you want to learn more about how to be an effective compere as a comedian or an entertainer, I wrote this book last year on business secrets most entertainers won't share with you. These I shared some of the things that you need to do to be effective as master of ceremonies. By the mercy of God, I've kind of touched some good amount of money as compere as a comedian. So if I can tell you that I've enjoyed the faithfulness of God and the help of God, I can categorically say I'm an authority teaching you on how to, secrets that that you even took for granted. And you know what, back in those days, they say information. So you want to get a copy, you could send a message to this number on the screen and the book will be delivered to you. You just pay for delivery. You pay for the book and pay for delivery, send the receipt, and then you pay for delivery, okay? Remember back in those days, we used to hear knowledge is power. Now, in as much as I agreed to it back then, but now, knowledge is not only power until you have put effect and put action to the knowledge that you've gotten. This year, it's a year of personal development. I know some of you have been doing it, but you need to be more effective and more intentional about it, okay? A lot of us have talents. People just take it for granted. You'll be doing a lot of things for free. The fact that you're doing it for free, you can turn it to a fee, all right? Package. When I bring my big sis, Joyce Daniel, she's going to share with you 4 reasons why you need to do an event for free. 4 reasons. And I love that. One of the things, let me see, one of the reasons why is for love. For love. And I'm going to allow her to share it for love. Because you love the family and then you've benefited from them. I'm almost tempted. The second one is for networking. Networking is important. While you're doing it, the third one, I'm not going to share with you. I'm going to allow my big sis to come, Joyce Daniel, the Queen of Talks, talk about it. Get a copy of this book. And by the way, she did a forward also this book and shared. I just gave her the book that day and she was excited that she got a copy. You need to see the things she said about it. And my grand mentor, Sir Ali Baba, did a forward. So get a copy, send a message to that number I sent or that I put on my screen, and the book will get to you anywhere in the world that you are to get to you. I promise, just pay for the book and then pay for your delivery, it will get there. Have a wonderful day. And by the way, my name is Sacco, the comedy compared with the sense of humor. If you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel and you've benefited from my YouTube channel and you've not told somebody to subscribe, I beg you in the name that's above every name, I need you to subscribe because it also encourages me to do more. This year, I want to do more. If you want to encourage me to do more, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Post this video, send this video to somebody to subscribe to the YouTube channel at SpiritofSacotv. And also, you want to partner with me, you want to sow a seed, you could kindly also send me a DM and you can say something. I could also mention your name that you sponsor this video. Yes, that's another thing you can do. Sponsor this video and say, I'm doing this on behalf of His Excellency that reached out to me to be a blessing. And give me a topic you want us to talk about and we'll make it happen. 2024, we will grow together and grow bigger and bigger, not in size. If you want size, why not? But financially, you need to get to that level. See you soon, and I look forward to getting your feedback from this video. Motilo, I've gone. Alabagam. Bye.